Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 makeup palettes. So this is anything from eyeshadows to contour kits, brands ranging from drugstore to high-end, and this is just basically my favorites that I have in my personal makeup collection. So I'm not claiming or saying that these are the all-time best palettes that have ever come out, because I have not tried every single makeup palette to exist. So this is just simply my personal opinions on what I think is the best in my makeup collection. Also want to mention really quickly, if you guys have never heard about this, Hot.tv is a free app that you can download, or you can just go to their website, and the link to that I'll put in the description box, but it is very simple. It's Hot.tv. Some of you guys are probably already using this. But basically, what it is a place where you can go to watch videos like this one here. My channel is going to be on there. This video is going to be on there. And anytime a product comes up that I'm talking about or that you see me using, a little dot is going to come up on the screen, and you just have to click that dot and it'll immediately take you to whatever product that I'm talking about or showing on camera. So it's really nice and really easy for you guys. Instead of having to go down into the description box of every single video and look for the product, sometimes it's out of order. Sometimes there's not even a link that you can click to get more information. So this is just such a really good idea. All you have to do is download the free app, or you can go to their websites and search for my name, my channel, Kayleigh Noelle, and when you find me, make sure to follow me, because they are going to be giving away an $100 gift card to a random person who follows me. Pretty exciting stuff, and I just thought it was so interesting and relevant for my channel, since I'm always talking about and showing you guys different products. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with this video. So this is completely not in order whatsoever by favorites. I am just randomly picking out from my collection here of 10 that I picked that I love and know that I love, so no particular order. We're gonna start with this one here, and this is called the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette. I have not tried the first one, so I don't know how good that one is, but I know that this one right here is to die for. Not only is it really affordable, Coastal Scents is one of the better brands, I think, that sell eyeshadows that are very versatile, very pigmented, and very cheap. Now, most of these eyeshadows are very rosy and pink, so it's perfect for summer or springtime. There is 20 full eyeshadow colors. There's also a nice range of matte and shimmer shadows to play around with, dark and light. There is also a black. I wanted to mention that because that's a huge thing with me. If a palette doesn't have a black eyeshadow in it, then I don't really love it as much. I just feel like it's nice to be able to either darken up your eye look with a black shadow, or to be able to use it as a liner and like line your top lash line or your lower lash line. You know, black is nice to have in a palette. Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. This is the one in Semi-Sweet. I've had this for a while, and I do rave about this a lot. I'm sure a lot of you could have already guessed that I was going to talk about this palette. I think this might even be my most used palette on my channel as well. I've gotten a lot of good tutorials out of this. What I love about this palette is all the neutral shadows in here. I mean, they are amazing. They're so buttery, they're so smooth, they blend out so nicely together. Basically, what I do with this palette every time I pick it up, it's my go-to everyday palette, is I will use either mousse or peanut butter in my crease, depending on if I want a neutral look or a more like warmer look. And then I'll go in with either Bonbon or Caramel as my main lid color. I like using Rum Raisin a lot and Frosting a lot if I'm doing a darker eyeshadow look, and I'll put those two on my lid. And then there's two huge highlight shadows right here. So one is matte and it's called Coconut Cream, and then the other one is more of like a yellowy kind of goldish. It's called Butter Pecan. This palette right here is definitely the one that I always bring with me when I'm going on vacation. It's my go-to. Like, you know how whenever you're gonna go somewhere really important and you just want to make sure that you're packing all the makeup with you that you know you love and that you're not gonna be able to mess up with, you know, you're never gonna make a bad look with the makeup. It's a very reliable palette to have. This here is newer. It's from IT Cosmetics, and it's the You Sculpted Universal Contouring Palette. It's for your face and your body. I really only use this for my face, and I'll show you guys the main shades that I really like to use in here. So I haven't gotten much use out of the highlighters. I do like them, but what I use the most is actually the contouring shades. So there's this really nice warm one. It's called Medium Contour on this lower end here. And I will go in with this all over as like an all over bronzer to really bring some life and color to my face. I'll put this on my cheekbones, on my forehead, a little bit around my jawline, and then to contour things out, I'll go in with this darker shade, which is called Deep Contour. I will use the Soft Contour and Light Contour, the two on the top, for a lighter, more everyday, kind of softer bronzer contour on my face. They blend out nicely and they don't fade. Every time I put this on, I know for a fact that it's not going to wear off and it's going to stay exactly where I put it. This is the Tarte Tartelette In Bloom palette. I've also used this quite a lot on my channel for you guys. This is another palette that is great for everyday use. They actually have more matte shades in here than they do shimmery, which is very interesting and very nice at the same time because I don't have a lot of matte shades, so it's nice to be able to work with this palette if I am going for a more matte look. So my most used shadows from here are definitely Smarty Pants, just because it's a nice neutral medium brown. I also really like Rebel because it's slightly warmer, and then I'm always going in with these three shades here on the side in my outer corner to darken things up. And if I do want something shimmery on my lid, I almost always go for this called Firecracker, just because it's a really nice bronzy shade. Killer sparkle to it. Next up, we have the Urban Decay Naked palette. This is the original palette that came out quite a while ago, quite a few years ago, but I still pick it up. I still use it. I really love this palette because I feel like it has perfect eyeshadow colors in it. Like, whoever came up with this is a genius. The eyeshadows go from light to dark, and then in the middle here are some really great matte shadows to bring through the crease. But my favorite thing about the Urban Decay eyeshadows are that they are so highly pigmented. I mean, these are top-notch quality. I can find a use for every single shadow in here. I don't feel like there's one that's out of place or doesn't deserve to be in the palette. And another little thing is that it always seems to come with a good brush. Do you guys notice that? The brushes that come with these Urban Decay palettes, I end up using a lot. Like, I don't even know where mine is anymore, but when I first got this palette, I remember how much I liked the eyeshadow brush that came with it and thought it was like a really nice professional brush. This is from Kat Von D, and it is called the Shade and Light palette. I love using this one when I want a darker contour. These are basically highlighter shades, ones that you put on high points of your face to make them stand out and look brighter. The cool thing about it is that they're all different tones. So this one's yellow, sort of like that banana powder kind of thing. This one's more beigey and pink, and then this one's peach. So to compare the bronzers for you guys to something else so that I can give you an idea of kind of the color payoff, the tone that you're gonna be getting with them, they are very similar to the NARS Laguna bronzer. Huge mirror, that's always a nice feature. I have another affordable palette to show you guys. This is La Palette Nude number 1 from L'Oreal. I have number 2, and I won't lie, I'm not a fan of it. I don't really like it so much. I feel like the color payoff is just not there. This one though is great. I mean, surprisingly great. I find myself reaching for this palette all the time. It's just got a crazy amount of neutral brown eyeshadows in it. I don't use the highlight shades too often on the outer edges here, but I just love everything in the middle. I think this is the best palette that has ever come out in the drugstore for eyeshadows, and I would highly recommend it to you guys if you're looking for something that's affordable and really good quality. So here is another Urban Decay palette. This is called Naked 3. And I think aside from Naked 1, that one being the best that Urban Decay's come out with, I think Naked 3 is their second best. They're also my most used in my collection. The shimmer in the the eyeshadows is just unreal. I mean, it's to the point where it's like a glitter eyeshadow. It's so shimmery. I love the rosiness tone of these shadows, how light and pink they are. It's just such a girly palette. Worth the money, 100%. If you are going to spend and you have, you know, that much money for an eyeshadow palette, you won't regret getting this one. I like Limit, Buzz, Trick, and Nooner. Oh, and Liar. This is a Makeup Geek palette. It's custom made by me, and I put all of my eyeshadow pans in this Z palette, which you can also get on Makeup Geek. So I'm not gonna go over each eyeshadow that I have in here because there's just way too many. I'm just gonna simply talk about the ones that I really love using, and that is the Shadow Purely Naked, Creme Brulee, Peach Smoothie, Cocoa Bear, Magic Act, Gold Digger, and Goddess. The reason I love these so much is because they are cheaper, but the quality of them is like a MAC eyeshadow. So really, you're getting an amazing deal and you're getting really good quality. You can create your own palettes with them. So, you know, depending on what shadows you like, you can just buy those and make your own thing, you know, because with all of these other palettes that I showed you guys, you can't do that. You know, if there's an eyeshadow that you like in there, then you're buying that eyeshadow even though you're never gonna use it. Alright, so that just about sums it up for all of my favorite makeup palettes that are in my collection. I know for a fact that I probably missed out on some really, really good palettes, so if you guys know any or have any in your makeup collection that you think I should try or that you think all of us should try, put it down in the comments right now. Let me know what your favorite palettes are. Don't forget to check out hot.tv before you guys leave, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.